Hi and welcome to another DVS video. Today I just want to speak a little bit about airgun safety. How we carry as air rifles around, the permissions that we have, how we show the air rifle as being not as dangerous as what some people make it out to be. I've seen many different things in the past, people walking with air rifles, bending over, air rifles going off and people getting shot in the head, the shoulders, silly things. The best way of combating this is when you are out with your air rifles, you're out on a shoot, never cock the rifle and get it ready to fire until you are absolutely certain you are going to take that shot. All it takes is for you to load up your air rifle, you don't take the shot, you forget about it. You're walking around, you pick the rifle off your shoulder, you might knock it, bang it, drop it. All it takes is one silly little mistake and that air rifle's gone off, and who knows where the pellet's going to end up. It could end up stuck in you, it could end up stuck in one of your friends, God forbid it could end up stuck in somebody's property. Hence the reason why all air rifle users must have insurance. A lot of people are saying that air rifles are really dangerous. I agree to some extent that air rifles are dangerous in the wrong hands. If I came and put an air rifle in front of you and sat it down in front of you with a tin of pellets and the magazine and left it there, how is that air rifle dangerous? The simple answer is it's not. An air rifle is only as dangerous as the person using it. Therefore, if we all take safety precautions, we all take precautions when we're out shooting as air rifles, we know that we're going to be safe and responsible. Only shoot when you've got a very good backstop, so you know that if you miss, or if you overshoot, or if the pellet goes through whatever you're shooting at, you know that it's going to be stopped by something other than somebody's window, somebody's car. When carrying your rifle, many different people carry the rifles in different ways. Most people carry the rifles with the barrel pointing up. Others point with the barrel facing down. Now, I'd much rather get shot by an air rifle accidentally going off in the leg than be shot in the head. So, I always like to see people carrying the rifles barrel down, because if a shot is accidentally fired off, it will hit the ground or hit low level. It won't go flying up into the air and God knows where it's going to land. Basic simple safety precautions that we should all take when we're out on a shoot. Getting permission is hard enough. Keeping the permission, now that's another ball game. If you can prove to the landowners and the farmers that you are willing to do everything within your power to maintain a safe environment for you and the public and whoever else shoots with you, they are more willing to keep you on their sites, on their land, and use you for their pest control. If you're one of these people that just goes out wanting somewhere to shoot with an air rifle, go and join a club. There's plenty of clubs out there. If you're wanting to do proper hunting, vermin shooting like what I do and the rest of the lads at Duckmanton Vermin Services do, then you need to maintain a close contact with the landowners. Let them know that what you are doing, you're doing in a professional capacity. You're not just some thug that's running around with an air rifle that's shooting everything that moves. We have certain things that we can and can't shoot with air rifles. If you go on Natural England and download the general license and print it off, that will give you an indication as to what you can and can't shoot. Also, if you ask the landowner, what would you like me to take care of? Could be rabbits, rats, squirrels, feral pigeons, wood pigeons, collared doves, the crows can be causing problems. Any of these things you will find on almost every farm. Kill cleanly. Don't wound. Always go for a headshot. With rabbits, best place to shoot a rabbit is between the eye and the ear. If a rabbit presents itself with a perfect shot, you should be able to down it in one. Same with pigeons, head or neck shots. Primarily a head shot, neck shot I would normally take as a second. Everything that you shoot, ideally you want to go for a headshot. There's always the argument of calibre, 177, 22. I personally shoot 22. There's many people out there that will say that 177 is better for hunting. When you think about it, a 177 pellet is tiny in comparison with a 22. You've got very slim margin of error. We all experience errors when shooting. We all misjudge. So if you're aiming at a rabbit with a 177 pellet and that 177 pellet is slightly off, you're going to miss. If you're slightly off with a 22 pellet, you will still hit. But that is only personal preference. I'm not telling you go out and go and buy a 22 rifle or a 177 rifle or a .20 or a .25. It's down to personal preference. It's what you want to use. There's many different air rifles out there. There's many different calibers. You choose what's best for you and your working environment. Therefore, if you're shooting on a farm that only has rats and you're close to the rats, I would go for a 177. Having said that, I've done rat control with a 22. Very effective. You hit a rat with a 22 pellet, it's not going to get up. Scopes, that's another personal preference, depending on what kind of range you are going to be shooting at. A lot of people go for 3 to 9x40s, 3 to 9x50s. That's about the ballpark that you want to be really going for. I, on the other hand, have a BSA Essential 6 to 24x50, but I use that as a spotting scope. Rather than carrying a pair of binoculars around with me, I can utilise the scope on my rifle for spotting at different ranges. I find it very easy to use, cuts down on your weight because you're not carrying another item around with you. All these little simple things all build up. If you're looking at buying an air rifle, the key thing is cost. A lot of people will say, well, cost shouldn't come into it. If you're going to be shooting and you're going to be using the air rifle for hunting purposes, you need a really good quality air rifle. I shoot an Air Arms S410. I've had several other air rifles, Viracs, BSAs. They all shoot in very similar ways. It's what you feel comfortable with. It's what fits you. As for a hunting rifle, I find the Air Arms S410 to be an absolutely spot-on rifle. Very accurate, relatively light. It's a pre-charged pneumatic. I've got a diver's bottle. If you haven't got a diver's bottle, you buy a stirrup pump. Stirrup pumps take a lot of work to pump the air rifle up. Much better with a diver's bottle. You can pick these up many of the different air rifle forums. But the basics are, stay safe. If you can prove that you can stay safe, if you can prove yourself to a landowner, or even if you're wanting land and you decide that you want to come shooting with Duckwinton Vermin Services, you can find me online, find me on Facebook. If you're wanting to join a hunting club, this is not a shooting club, we actually provide farmers and landowners with ongoing support with pest control. They call me, I send a couple of our lads in, we go and assess. I do a risk assessment on the land so we know where all the dangerous spots are. We go out there, we do as utmost to control the numbers of rabbits, bring the pigeon numbers down. If you can do the same, if you can get yourself out there, present yourself properly to a landowner, to a farmer, they will be more willing to take you on. If you turn up in all your combat gear with an air rifle and say, excuse me, can I come shooting on your land? They're not going to let you. However, through me, or through making your own group of shooters, hunters, guns, you should be able to do the same as me. I started off with just one farm. I've now got 5, totaling somewhere in the region of about 1,000 acres. I'm always looking for more land, and because I've got experience of working on the other farms, I can give references from one farm to another, or through word of mouth. They all get to know who's good and who's not. 3 of the farms that I've got have actually come to me through word of mouth. It's all about having the willpower to go out and find somewhere to shoot. Never be disheartened. You might get 5 that say no, but your 6th one might say yes. But please always bear safety in mind. Safety is one of the key things that I always push at DVS. Safety for you, safety for all our members, and safety for the public. We're trying to keep air rifle sport and air rifle hunting alive in this country, and there's too many people out there that want to bring air rifle shooting down. If it wasn't for the air rifle shooters, the industry would grind to a halt. We need to keep showing people and proving to the general public that we aren't thugs that go out and shoot everything that moves. Remember, safety is a key thing. Always be safe when you're out shooting.